Hello and welcome to this new moon reading, which I'm recording on June the 12th, 2026, ahead of the new moon on the 15th. And it's a time of great change right now. And this new moon is particularly strong. And so the theme for the reading for this lunar month is what is beginning now. Obviously, the new moon is all about things that are beginning. It's about new starts and changes. But this is, I think, pretty prescient. And I also did this reading differently. Those of you who watch my readings regularly will know that I always shuffle my cards on camera. This time I decided I wanted to do things differently. So I drew the first two cards last night in the evening. I sat in meditation and pulled those, and then I pulled the third card and another which I'm going to introduce in a bit this morning. And the theme, as I say, is what is beginning now, and the theme that's coming through the cards is exactly that. We have everything has its season, if it's meant for you, and transmutation is a slow descent. So even the theme in the cards is about beginnings and things changing and things coming into their own. So let me share with you what I think we can see here. So we have here everything has its season. Let me just show it to you briefly so that you can see the elements. There we go. And you can see that we have an oak tree leaf on the right hand side, and we have what looks like three people hugging goodbye on the left. And then we have the full moon at the top. And obviously we know that full moons are about endings and things changing. There we go. And seasons. And this is quite ironic because yesterday I released a video onto the channel which was all about how our own personal seasons interact with the seasons of the year, everything having its season. And so I think seasons are also very much the theme of this reading. And I promise I didn't pick this card out just to show it. I know you trust me. That's the card that came out. And so what we see here is an end has occurred. Something has ended, and as a result of the something ending, we have this something beginning. And that already tells me that, new moons come and go, and sometimes we think, oh, well, I don't know what's happening now. What change is there? We might ask for some change, but we're still in the middle of something happening. And if we think about seasons, perhaps we're still in the summer or the autumn of this season of this particular thing that's going on in our lives. We haven't quite hit the winter where it all dies down and then we come into the spring. Well, this is saying we are definitely at the beginning of something new because a thing has ended. The oak leaf signifies divine wisdom, strength, and resilience. And so it really feels to me that to come to this stage, this ending, and then therefore this new beginning, you have really been through a lot. And I think we can say that personally, and I think we can say that collectively, as a collective, as a world group of people. We are really going through the mill right now. Personally, and certainly spiritually, with the messages that I have been bringing through, I believe that this has had to happen. This change has had to happen. And what is beginning now is the breaking down of everything that does not work for us, that does not suit us, that is not for us anymore. It's outdated, it's done with, it doesn't fit us, it doesn't fit who we are all becoming. And so it has to end in order for the new things to come through. And so if we move to the next card, this, if it's meant for you, this new beginning, you know, we have a choice always when it comes to things ending and things beginning, whether we choose to take the mantle or not. Do we choose to just let the old thing that we know in our heart has ended? Do we just let it chug along? Sure, we've all been in that position where you just can't face the ending. You don't want to have to deal with the ending. It's too painful. It's too upsetting. It's too awkward, whatever that might be. But this change, this new beginning is meant for us. We just have to be brave enough to say, okay, I accept the challenge. I accept this new beginning. And we see here, let me show it to you. There we go. Can you see? Yeah. We see here, can you see the gentleman on the left? Sitting, waiting on the edge of the track very patiently. You know, this feels like a change on a personal level that you've been waiting for a long time. And again, if I expand this out to the collective, we have been waiting for these changes for a very, very long time. And these changes are going to take us onto a significant journey. We have a railway here. I see that as significant. It's faster, it's bigger, it signifies a longer journey than perhaps getting on a bus or walking or being on a bike. And so this new beginning is significant. It's going to be taking us a long way on our journey. And you know, the thing about a train that we need to remember is that you can get off the train if you wish. So this thing that's beginning now, there may be a part of you that thinks, this is too big for me. I can't deal with this. This new beginning is too much. I could do it in stages, but I can't do it all in one go. And so the train is saying you have the opportunity, if you wish, to get off at a stop partway through your journey, collect yourself, and just sit and wait for when the train comes along again and get back on and carry on your journey. And if I think collectively about the world changes that are happening, that's exactly what will happen. It isn't going to be one big change. We're on the train and we go from point A to point B and we all get off and it's all great. It's not going to be that. This is going to be a change of extended time where we will have to stop for a while and catch our breath and recoup our energy before we start again. But these changes, this particular change, this journey is not something that comes around very often. And so it is, as I said before, significant. We have to remember as well that yes, the train is faster than some other modes of transport, but as I say, we're going to be given the opportunities to get off at stages should we wish. You know, this transformation is not going to be quick. And we all know that the biggest transformations often take a long time to bud, to grow, and to mature. So, you know, if we're looking at a significant life change, it's not going to be something that will be as per the journey of A to B, quick on the train. It's not going to be, oh, I want this change to happen, and next week, yay, the change has happened, so let's move on to the next change. It ain't going to be that. It's really going to take its time. And so if you feel this is meant for you at this stage of your life, then this train is going to be stopping at the station, at the metaphorical station, for you to be able to get on and to start this transformational journey. And I do believe that time really is one of the biggest lessons here. If we look at this third card, struggling to pick it up, there we go. Let me show that to you. Transmutation is a slow descent. We have the snake, we have I think they're Canadian geese. There you go, can you see? I think they're Canada geese. And these beautiful flowers, which, forgive me, I don't know anything about flowers. If you know what flower that is, please do comment below. There we go. Can you see? Is that all straight? I think so. Transmutation does not happen quickly. It, exactly as it says, it's a slow descent. If we think about the snake, it takes a long time for the snake to shed its skin, and there's pain in there as well, discomfort. Perhaps I should use that word. I don't want you all to worry or be anxious. There's discomfort. It is not something that we would necessarily always enjoy. But the transformation, the transmutation, the new beginning is happening. It's upon us. And at this point, I would, I guess, refer you to the astrology of the time. Now, I'm not an astrologer, so there are many very good astrologers on YouTube who are currently talking about the astrological changes that we are going through and the changes that is signifying for the world in general, the changes in our way of being, in our way of living, of interacting. And it's all of them, certainly the ones I've watched, and I've watched a significant number, they are all saying the same thing, and that is we are at a choice point. We are able to decide at this stage, do I want to keep going with the world as it is, with the negativity, the fear, the pain, the control? Or do I want to help to create this world that is on the edge, ready to appear, which is much more egalitarian, it's much more community-based, where we all care for each other, we all support each other, and we live in a much more peaceful way. And I am sure that that is something that appeals to us all. Peace is something we fundamentally need and desire as a people. I know I do. One thing I love more than anything is a nice, peaceful day. And so we are undergoing this big transformation, this new beginning, and on a personal level, as I said, there is likely to be, if this is something that you are looking at and thinking, yeah, this is a personal situation for me, you need to be looking at the thing that you were working to has ended, and you've now got this opportunity to take the new beginning and whatever it is for you, to understand that it's going to take its time. It might not be the most pain-free or comfortable of events, but it's a change that happens yearly here. Yeah. So it's a change that is not going to be something that you hadn't expected. It's going to be something that has been coming for a while. And so now is the time. If you feel it's for you, take it. And on a world level, as I said, if you're seeing this reading as a world reading, we are in change. Change is happening. Now, I wanted to pull a final card, a more sort of healing, earth-based card. So let me move this one out of the way and let me put this one here. And we have the moth here, mystery, concealment, and illusion. And so this change that you are going through, if it's personal for you, or we are going through collectively, has not quite been revealed yet. There are still things to come. So as you stand at the brink of the beginning, don't fool yourself that you can see the end, because you can't. This is one of these changes where you might think you know what's going to happen, but you don't really know. None of us know, because some things are still being held back. Some things are still not quite as we may believe they are. But I would urge you to trust in the process. This beginning is going to bring, in my opinion, the change that you are yearning for, whether on a personal front or a world front. It's the change that you know is inevitable, as we have with the Canada geese who fly away every year and come back every year, as the snake sheds its skin and then grows anew and then sheds and then grows anew, because change is cyclical. And this is a change that is going to happen, irrespective of whether we want to try and stop it or not. We are in the throes of the change. And as the train showed us, we can get off at some point, should we wish, but it will keep going. So the change will happen. And I personally believe that this change will bring multiple benefits, personally or on a world platform. And so I hope that this has been a useful, comforting, thought-provoking, perhaps, reading for you. If you've enjoyed it, please hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, please think of subscribing. And you can also click on the bell to be notified of any other readings that are coming up in the future. But for now, very best of luck in your change, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.